We believe you and your loved ones deserve the freshest, highest quality indie games the world has to offer. That's why we at Dangen believe in picking only the freshest pixels and harvesting only the ripest polygons from the best indie game farms all over the world. For literal millennia, Dangen has worked tirelessly to collect the finest indie game ingredients. We still meticulously follow the time-honored process to make sure each drop of indie game is just as perfect as the first time you ever took a sip. Dangen. Authentic, distinguished, indie.
I need my water. That's right.
All right.
Hands up, so they'll fall up on stream.
Okay, cool. Glad everyone could hear that on the stream.
Cool.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. It is Monday. Friday.
It's Friday. It's not Monday at all.
It feels like a
Totally
Monday.
Friday.
No way Monday.
It feels like a Monday.
That's how mixed up we are.
It's Friday in Osaka, Japan, here in the Dangen Entertainment office. Let's go ahead and get the cameras on us. Bada bing, bada boom. Bam, there we go. What's going on,
Hey,
everyone?
what up?
I got the button right on the first try. I'm actually really happy
Good job.
about that. So it's me, Chad,
Justin?
And Nyan.
and we're back from BitSummit, which happened pretty much almost exactly a week ago.
That's crazy to think
it's
about it like
It doesn't
that.
feel like it's been a week.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
No.
I mean, I think this week went by like really quickly just because we've been like relaxing and like decompressing and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we had a lot of work on Monday
Yeah.
internally.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a long day on Monday. It did not end until like Tuesday, and then decompressing, and then stuff. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
does not feel like a week.
Well, that and
Yeah.
all the prep before BitSummit too was just constant grind. It was
Yeah.
just constant, next
Yep.
thing's on the plate, gotta take care of
Yep.
that. Next
Yep.
thing after next thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 타락장, 야호. But yeah,
Hey.
So today, we don't really exactly have a game to play, but we do have a lot to talk about with
Yep.
BitSummit.
Yep.
And if we have any remaining time, I did want to talk about Stadia. That's how you
Stadia.
say it.
Yeah.
Which we can never probably pronounce in the office.
You're right, because the
Stradia?
press conference was last night.
That's right, yeah. Well, it was
Yep.
like, 1 in the morning for us when that was going down?
Yeah, I was outside of an izakaya watching it with the Kotsen guys on a phone.
Nice.
As you do. As you do in Japan.
Well, because they had a game in the shit. They're like
Okay.
in the show, and they were like, "Oh man, it's about to go on," and we're all like drinking chu-hais, and he goes, "I'm just gonna bring up my
Yeah,
phone," and
there
we're
you
just
go.
sitting there like drinking on the sidewalk
Yep.
watching it.
Yeah.
Nice. But let's go ahead and rewind a little bit. Let's go back to last week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
We had BitSummit 2019, BitSummit
Yep.
7 Spirits.
Yep.
Yep.
This is the 7th?
Yep.
Thus the number 7. in
Seven,
spirits,
yes.
yes.
Hence the number 7 in the title of the event. let's start with just what games did we show off at the event?
So we showed like 13 games.
13
Yep.
games.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm trying to like
5 new ones.
Five new
I'm
ones.
trying to remember
right.
what the booth looks like so I don't forget any of the games. But
Let's start with new ones.
so I'm literally just looking at the booth in my mind there. Now I'm just gonna count out what they are.
Okay, go ahead. Let's go.
And then you
Alright.
can tell me if they're new.
I'll count with you.
Okay.
Minoria,
Minoria,
Bug Fables, Batbarian,
Barbarian,
Helvetii,
Helvetii.
and then Devil Engine Ignition, which was
Ignition.
DLC for Devil Engine.
Right.
Kingdom of Night,
Kingdom of Night.
Crosscode, which we've shown
Crosscode.
before.
Yep.
Yep.
And then what was right next to Crosscode?
It was either Lore Finder
It was Lore Finder. It was Lore
for
Finder.
one
Lore
for the
Finder.
first day, and then
Yeah.
we changed it around. Yep.
And then Tactical Galactical,
Yep.
which
Okay.
had 2 TVs because it's a multiplayer game.
Right.
And then
Super Slime.
that's Super Slime Arena.
Okay.
And then
Barbarian.
10.
I already said Batbarian. Smelter,
Smelter. Yep.
Astalon.
Astalon.
Astalon. One more.
There's one more.
Super Slime.
I already
Already
got
said that. Oh, I need to mute
count
my
that?
phone on the stream. What am I doing?
Lions blowing up on camera.
Oh, no, now they're messaging me because they know I'm on
This is
stream.
what we have to listen to in the office all day. No.
Uh,
I don't think
gosh,
you
what-
counted Super Slime Arena.
I did.
What are we forgetting? We're forgetting one.
What was next? What was next to Smelter?
Pocket
Fables.
Rumble.
Pocket Rumble.
Pocket
Pocket
Rumble.
Rumble.
There you go.
Okay,
Pocket
that's
Rumble.
right. Okay. That's 13.
Yep.
So we showed off 13 games, 5 new ones.
Yep.
Overall, from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I was in a different area, but you guys were at the booth. What kind of
Yeah.
like stuff did you see happening?
I was not at the booth. I was in meetings all day.
Yeah. So
Justin,
I
what'd you
was
see
I
from
was
the
at the booth. No, it was a really good show. So starting with our 5 new games, right? So Smelter got a lot of attention,
Which is really good. Really happy
which
about
is
that.
really good. I mean, we're really excited about this game. The attendees were really excited about it.
But also the developers have been like really nervous
Yep.
about it because it's the first time showing anything.
First time for them
Right.
to show it, and all 4 of them were there, helping people play the game, helping explain the game. They were showing off mostly the 2D aspects of the game.
Yeah, the
For
side-scrolling
people
portions.
that don't know the game, it's a 2D side-scrolling action game that also has real-time strategy elements. Actually, 2 different parts of the game. They found that the showing off the 2D side was maybe better for the booth.
Yeah.
But we were also showing and explaining the real-time strategy parts as well. So people were really drawn to that. If you haven't checked it out, check out the trailer and what we have on the website. A lot of fast-paced action. So that got a lot of attention. And of course, the ongoing thing is it's kind of like a new ActRaiser.
Yeah.
Is what a lot of people are
Yeah.
kind of calling it.
Mixed with Mega Man X.
Right,
Yeah,
mixed
yeah.
with Mega Man X. So, I mean, a lot of people are big fans of that. I'm a huge fan of that game as well. So, that was receiving a lot of attention. The other one, I mean, Pocket Rumble. So, I want to talk about Pocket Rumble
Yeah.
for a second. It's a fighting game, first of all. So,
Which just came out,
just came out
a week
yeah.
ago.
Right. So, we aligned that up with the release with BitSummit.
Right.
Yeah.
It was perfect timing for that. That was getting a lot of attention because it's a 2-player fighting game. So, and it's based on the Neo Geo Pocket Color engine. So you have these huge sprites, these really unique characters, and people can sit down and literally just start playing each other.
Right.
So we were having kids come up and adults come up, and they were kind of going at it
That's
a
awesome.
little bit, and they were getting into it. We didn't end up doing a tournament or anything this time, but there was definitely rivalry happening
That's awesome.
at the booth, and in a good fun way.
That's
People weren't actually rumbling
And throwing fists at our food.
but it was getting a lot of attention, so we were super glad about that, seeing as though it had just been released. So we were telling people, hey, you can buy it right now, go buy it.
That's the thing that's nice about BitSummit too.
Yeah.
Is like there's a lot of kids that can go in and actually enjoy the event
Yeah.
compared to like. I mean, I guess PAX has kids go there too and everything. but I
Not
feel like-
E3. You're not allowed to have. You're not allowed to be under 18 at E3.
Interesting.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Huh. Is that because of content or?
No, it's a media event. It's not supposed
yeah.
to be for like the
Okay.
general public.
Yep. No, we had a lot of like families at the booth.
Yeah.
And the parents and children playing together, and sometimes the children just kind of dictating where to go, what looks cool.
Yeah.
So that being mentioned, Bug Fables was another new one
Yeah.
that we had right in front. That was getting a lot of attention, particularly from the younger audience.
That's great.
If you haven't checked out Bug Fables, please check it out. I mean, to describe Bug Fables, yeah, it's cute. These cute bug characters.
Yeah, it's like basically like it's like 3 insects from the insect kingdom. It's the entire.
Yeah,
thing
they're cute. It's not like
they're very cute.
Yeah.
It's very cute,
kind of cartoon animation.
art book
but they're
kind of thing.
adventurers.
Yeah, art
that
book's
are,
a good way to put it. Yep.
Yeah, they're like it's basically like unlikely adventurers together on like a really like fun adventure mission. But the thing is, what I love about it is the dialogue.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
Yeah,
and there's always like instances of like one character just says like a little too much and like kind of like says something that they're like, oh, I shouldn't have said that, and then you know they have that sort of internal dialogue that's kind of awkward. It's really really good.
But
I love it.
You know, and so those are the 3 main characters, you know, from early on, and they set out together. But immediately in the game, they establish that rapport together. You know, with their own unique personalities, kind of joking with each other. And the thing I really like about Bug Fables as well is, you know, their mission is they go on this quest for immortality. You know what I mean? Because bugs do not live very long. So you kind of already feel sorry for them in a way. It's like, yes, you know, they're likable immediately, and you want them to, you know, succeed on their mission. So that was getting a lot of attention. You can the demo was set up that you start pretty much right on the first quest that was in the original demo. So you can literally pick it up and play. You're in the field, you interact with enemies, you can get a taste for the battle, which has some mini games involved, and you can actually play through it all the way to one of the first bosses. So I saw a decent amount of people actually getting to the boss. Oh, cool. And we're beating the boss. So we were that was one of the things we were looking at as the booth, is like, you know, for Kingdom of Night examples, like who could actually get to the werewolf, and beat the werewolf. And, you know, that was a different one because it was a lot harder. But so Bug Fables was getting a lot of attention, getting back to Kingdom of Night then. So quick preview of Kingdom of Night. I assume everybody knows it.
So we did there was one we did the Kickstarter for. Kingdom of Night is an action RPG set in 1980s American suburbia, where, you know, a dangerous fog has rolled into town and has converted everybody who's still outside into zombies and monsters. And basically, you know, there's these 5 demon generals and their leader Baphomet, who are looking to take over and turn this into the new demon capital.
And just a quick remark, we actually had a very successful Kickstarter for this game as well.
That was the one we had a 10K minimum goal. And thank you to all of the people who helped fund it. We managed to make it 55K. It was awesome.
We got some pretty cool people also involved with the music.
We got Vince DiCola. Doing a track.
Amazing.
So we really appreciate that, and we're looking forward to collaborating with him. At the booth, that was getting a lot of attention too. It was new. It was the first time it had been shown in Japan, right?
It was the first time it had been shown anywhere.
That's right. In fact,
Because
people had known about it, but first time able to play it.
So we developed with Black 7, the developers of the game. We worked together with them to develop this demo, and it just. We weren't ready to show it during the Kickstarter, and so we kept it back, and then we did a Let's Play of it during the campaign. And we felt like after a few tweaks that it was ready to show, and we wanted to get some Japanese feedback on it. It's because, you know, during the campaign, you know, Kickstarter is very sort of Western focused. We had a few Japanese backers, but it was a good chance for us to get some really good feedback from Japanese players, because they're sort of aesthetic sensibilities and their gameplay sensibilities can be very different, and so we wanted to see how does it resonate with the Japanese audience.
It's a very good point. I mean, when you look at the art style, it definitely does have like an 80s Western aesthetic. Immediately, some of the character designs are, well, even the girl kind of looks anime. And that was one of the comments we were getting. Is, you know, she has pink hair, she looks kind of anime, but this Western aesthetic. And so I think it was, you know, drawing people in, especially the the Japanese attendees, because like, what is this? It looks really cool. The reaction that I got the most from that game is, damn, this game's hard. Because for those who haven't actually seen it being played or played it yet, the combat is quite engaging, and you know, you control your character around, and you have to hold down a button to enter combat mode. First of all, so you know, some people were getting that, some people were not kind of getting that right away. So you know, we were helping them, like, okay, you hold down the trigger, now you're in combat mode, and you can't just like Rambo them. You know, you have to dodge. Because like the first instance that you encounter enemies, I think you're kind of bombarded by 3, aren't you?
There's one underneath a street lamp that's kind of your first enemy, and then there's 3 after that. So you kind of get one instance. If you're not careful, you can get attack
And they don't hold
very
back.
easily. They don't.
No, they don't.
You know, it's like you play like old Double Dragon. Remember Double Dragon, where like you're fighting one guy and the dudes would like very politely wait for you
it's
to
not like that.
then they're like, okay, it's my turn. You know, in real life that would never happen. You know what I mean? Oh, go ahead. We'll give him a chance.
I'll wait.
You know, I'll wait. No, they all come at you immediately, and you have to strategically move around and find good angles to take them
Yeah,
out.
especially because the way the zombies are designed in the game right now, they have two main attacks. They have a short attack, and then they have like a lurching attack. And the lurching attack is actually
got
based.
range.
It's based on your distance. So
Yeah.
it'll look at how far away you are and then do that attack. So what you want to do is be just far away enough that they will do it to close the gap, but won't hit you.
Yeah.
So you want to dodge back a little bit and then move in and start
Then you
attacking.
have an opportunity
Yeah.
to come in and strike. Yeah. And if you're not careful with that distancing, they will just
and they'll kill
you're
you pretty
dead.
quickly.
Yeah.
In the wrong neighborhood.
Coming around neighborhood.
I mean, to be honest, like when we were tuning the demo, we wanted to make sure that it stayed difficult, but we wanted to make sure it didn't feel unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And that was
Yep.
one of the things that we were kind of struggling with, like early on, was that it at points, sometimes I was like, I didn't feel like that was my fault.
Yep.
Like I died and don't feel like that was my fault.
Yeah.
So we were like really carefully tuning that, going back and forth with the studio, make sure.
Yeah, that
it
was
felt good.
That was what a few people asked about. In fact, is that one of the elements of that's supposed to be there in the game, like
Right.
dying a lot.
Yes.
So yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
Meant
like
to
one
be
of
a
the hardest
difficult game.
Yeah, it's
difficulties in
meant to
video
be a
games
difficult
too, is like finding the sweet spot of that's my fault and that needs something tuned on
Yeah.
the game side fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it just feels cheap if it doesn't feel like you could have controlled that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes there's a little bit of a learning curve. I mean, there's definitely in that type of game. So like picking it up at like a place like BitSummit, you're like, oh damn, you know,
Yeah,
right away.
yeah.
It's like no, go, give it a few tries.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like next, sorry, but
Oh, you're dead. Okay.
are you
get
dead?
up.
All right, man.
Throw 'em off the
Yeah. You get like less than 1 minute.
Press
No,
the
we weren't
eject
like,
button.
we weren't doing that. Yeah. Pew! Yeah. So that was getting a lot of attention. Let's see what the other new games we had there then were. Lore Finder.
Yep.
So Lore Finder, you want to give a quick little
Yeah,
rundown
sure.
of
So,
Lore Finder?
Lore Finder is a sort of Metroidvania game based around cosmic horror.
Yep.
And you play as a detective that's gone to a mansion to investigate some strange happenings.
Yep.
And you basically, like in Metroidvanias, you collect powers. But all these powers are sort of cosmic horror powers. So you get like sight, like you get like you get to see like the horrors that exist, or you get the ability to like throw these like dark energy balls. And every time you get a new ability, the mansion like becomes more horrible.
Yeah.
And so
Changes, yeah.
so even though you're retracing your steps a lot through areas like you do in most Metroidvania games, it feels different every time you get a new power. So like for instance, they'll be may look like a normal room, and then when you come back, there's like these weird like pustules growing on the wall and like new platforms, and there might be new enemies there, new enemy patterns. So it's constantly evolving with you as you're collecting stuff.
Yeah.
And it is straight up creepy, like when that starts happening. And the music is very eerie, and gameplay is very unique. You start off with a revolver, which you can only shoot forward. You can't shoot it into the air,
And you can't jump.
you can't jump and shoot.
Right.
You can jump, but you cannot jump and attack until you get your first power, right?
Right.
Yeah. So reactions to that one were very interesting. Like people were like, "Oh, this is a cool game," but what is going on here? But that's part of the game.
Yeah, right,
Is
yeah,
like
yep.
Yeah, I think you set it up perfectly. Is the detective is there to investigate strange things, and part of the cool aspect of the game is unfolding that story and seeing where it ends up. And of course, we can't say anything about that.
Yeah,
but-
exactly.
Right. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
behind curtains.
So once people found that out, they're like, oh, this is really cool. So that was getting a lot of good attention. That was one of our new titles. Let's see. I think there's one other new title that we haven't mentioned. Then
Well, Devil Engine Ignition.
Devil Engine
Ignition.
Ignition.
New
Okay,
DLC
yeah,
for Devil
yeah.
Engine.
So we had that. So by the way, our booth was right near the entrance. Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
people would kind of walk in and be like, Dangen. And our banner was really high up, so you could see Dangen pretty much anywhere. But we had Devil Engine set up right closest to the entrance.
Yeah.
So that worked out really well. Japan is a great place for shoot 'em ups. Like people love. I mean, of course, West all over the world But that did really well here, and people were obviously very intrigued about new Devil Engine. So you could see it, like fans of Devil Engine, you could just immediately see, oh, that's Devil Engine, but it's different. Different ship, different level. So that always had somebody playing. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we were showing that off. Quick note about that. So now we can talk about Devil Engine, Ignition. And, one of the cool things about Ignition is we have a lot of talented arrangers.
Yep.
Doing, completely redoing the soundtrack. And we had Luzaring Kawashi come in, and he stopped by the booth. He lives in Kyoto.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was actually working that day, but he took special time to come out and run in and meet the devs a little bit, play the game, and
That's awesome.
walk around the booth.
Nice.
We got some pictures of him. So it was really nice to have him stop
That's
by.
great.
Yeah.
So that was a little highlight for Devil Engine Ignition. Okay. And
Barbarian?
Batbarian, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Batbarian was a lot of people like that. I think that style of game, the 2D action, really small character. I think it resonates with a lot of kind of older gamers, who big fans of the old school Sorcerean, Nihon Falcom.
Right.
When you see it like that in your dungeon crawling, that's what people immediately think of.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and the fact that it has a lot of the unique story elements that you can choose, humor right away. We played the English version, and in the beginning your character is just falling, and midair you choose what to say, and it's or oh shit or something. And the way that was in Japanese, or
Yeah.
people I immediately they were just laughing, having a good time.
That's great,
with
yeah.
those choices. So that that got a lot of good reception as well. We had the devs there for that.
Yeah, I love the sprite work in that game.
Yeah.
The animation's incredible.
It is fantastic. Yeah, so we had devs there for Batbarian. Were there?
Yep, Crosscode.
Crosscode. Yeah, full team.
Full
there.
team.
Full
Yep.
team was there, yeah.
They come every year to BitSummit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
which is awesome.
They were on some of the streams. They were on the IGN Japan stream.
Yep. And our stream here.
And our stream here, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
For our
The
BitSummit
pre-BitSummit
pre-stream.
stream,
Yep.
Hopefully you guys check that out. And then, let's see. Of course, we already mentioned Smelter devs were there. So Super Slime Arena.
Yep.
You want to give a quick little preview of that?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Super Slime Arena is 1 to 50 or 1 to 64 player game, where you choose from a number of different slimes. It's a very sort of Smash Brothers like versus game where you have one attack and 1 HP. So
one hit kill.
One hit kills
much,
for everything. But if you play Shuffle, which is awesome, you could choose. You basically just come back as a different random slime every single time.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of fun because you kind of have to you come back, you're like, oh, what's my attack now? What do I have? And in addition to the verses and all the different stuff that you have, which of course you can play with almost any controller. Like the game is playable with a guitar, with a fishing rod, with a every arcade stick you could possibly think of.
Yeah.
They've really worked hard on that stuff. In addition to that, they're working on a story mode, which was unfortunately at the last minute was not playable at BitSummit. We've been trying to get it ready, but we'll probably have it ready in time for a Tokyo Game Show.
There you go.
We're really looking forward to showing that out.
Yeah. And I consider Super Slime Arena to be the next BR wave of popularity.
Super Slime Arena Battle Royale.
Battle Royale, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Or they just need,
slime drop in,
parachutes.
parachute, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we are... I mean, obviously that has already come out for Steam.
Right, so it's not on Steam right now,
Yep.
but it's still kind of being worked on. There's still
Yep.
modes getting added to it.
Yep.
Once it is complete, that's when we're going to be helping them bring it to console.
Right, so we're bringing it to console. So that game was getting a lot of attendees there, especially the younger children.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the booth we had it set up. Yeah, the guitar was there. All these different controllers were there, and that's immediately kids were running up to that. It's cute, these slimes.
Yep.
And I really loved how, the devs there were taking care of it. Oscar, they had little cards.
Yep.
So, if you played the game, you would get a little slime profile card.
Yeah, yeah.
And things like that. So the kids were just loving that, playing that. So That went over really well.
Yeah, Oscar actually handed me. So Oscar actually handed me a pack of those cards.
Oh, did he?
Which has one of every single slime.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, "Oh, you give it out to people." I was like, "How many more of these packs do you have?" He's like, "I've got tons in my bag." I was like, "Oh no, this is mine then." I'm not.
Yeah.
No, but like at PAX too, like it was just constantly surrounded too.
Yeah.
Constantly, and it's just like it's so cool to see like games like that becoming so popular.
Well, I think like just crazy party games make for really good event.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yep. Immediately. Yep. So I think that covers pretty much our newly shown titles. Let's get back to Minoria.
Yeah.
So Minoria is one we have been talking about for obviously a long time. Release is coming up pretty soon, but we were showing off a new demo this time, right? We had a new trailer, new demo. A lot of people remembered this game. They've heard about this game, and they were interested to see how it has changed. So that was getting a lot of attention. And got a lot of really good feedback about that too. I mean, people know the Momodora series, right?
Yeah.
So big fans of Momodora 4 as well, and they were really interested to see, how Bomb Service and Ardeen have changed this new game because it is a new format, right?
Yep.
So that always had people playing. That had a really good reaction. That demo. So I mean, obviously, to get to that, your character is a lot larger than it is in any of the previous Momodora games, but you can definitely tell it has the Bomb Service 3-hit combo, the dodge, the parry, things like that. So I think fans who are new to the Momodora series are really going to love it, and old school fans are really going to enjoy it as well.
Yeah, I think Minoria, like I look at Minoria, and I wonder if Ardeen would hate or love me for saying this, but I look at Minoria as the Bloodborne to Momodora's Dark Souls.
Yeah.
A lot of like connective tissue in terms of gameplay, but like a whole new world where they're trying a lot of new ideas.
Yep.
I agree with that.
Yep. So people were really happy to have the opportunity to play that again. Astalon always gets a lot of good attention. Stands out. I mean, you look at it and it's like, oh, it looks like this really badass, NES game with really cool, character designs.
Except with no sprite flicker.
You're right, with no sprite flicker.
Yeah,
and people really love that. They were jumping right into that, and we were explaining some of the details of you have 3 characters that you can play. You cannot change them on the fly, but you go back to the camp and then you change them, and each character has their own unique skill that allows you to solve puzzles and progress further into the game. So people were spending a lot of time on that, and it's a pretty lengthy demo. I don't even think I got through it. Did either of you get through it? I think it's pretty long.
I mean, I don't think it's even. I think it's possible
to get
because
through
I've
it?
seen people do it.
at
PAX.
There is that,
but it is pretty long. You have to get to the boss and beat him.
Yeah. And we had timers on most of ours, didn't we?
Even at PAX, Aslan had a 15-minute timer on it, but I saw people beat it.
We have to at least give other people a chance to play the game. Like, I mean, as much as we want people to play as much as they want, there's just so many other people that also want to play it as well.
Yep. So that was great to have that at our booth again. Trying to think if there's anything we haven't really touched upon.
What about Tactical Galactical?
Tactical Galactical.
Oh, man.
Yeah, how'd that go?
What are we talking about?
How'd it go?
I mean, how was it received at the...
I can sneak out of the camera here.
Yeah.
Just a little
Yeah,
bit.
sneak in.
We got one of the devs right here.
Oh, wait, where am I?
Come on in, closer.
You gotta get
closer.
This is a disaster. This is awkward as fuck.
Aren't you?
Okay, come here, Scott.
Oh, okay.
Scott's in the corner.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Come on over.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There's Scott.
Okay.
Hey guys, it's me, Scott. I'm just sitting with the microphone.
I had no idea. I think they could hear you.
So I'm just gonna be down here.
Okay.
What's up, my?
Hey, look, it's half of Scott's head.
What's up, my dudes? It went super well. We had 2 TVs, which was really nice from the DANGEN guys, and I think we had people playing maybe only 1 or 2 10-minute periods where people weren't playing it, and people actually got it. Like we spent. The game's been in development for a long time, and we've had issues in the past with the tutorial or the game itself being kind of hard to understand because it's kind of different from a lot of people's expectations when it comes to RTSs, but we've kind of honed that over several tutorials, and I think this one really got to, it was very focused on the things that are unintuitive, and people seem to really get it and really find it interesting, and a handful of people wanted to play a multiplayer game because we support that,
Right.
except for it wasn't working.
So was it only single player for people?
Yeah, it was just 2 people playing.
Right. So you guys ended up separating that.
Yeah, but at least in theory, the game is multiplayer. And
Yeah.
and it has
Just imagine it in multiplayer. Yeah.
Imagine the person you're fighting is a real person.
Well, I can confirm that.
So
Multiplayer is there because I played multiplayer with you guys.
right. So when people came up to the game, were you mainly taking them straight into the tutorial? Is that how you
Yeah.
did it? Okay. Yeah.
So that kind of gave brought them through all the specifics
Yep.
that they wouldn't be intuitive already.
Right,
And then from
right.
there, we'd like chat with them a little bit about what
Okay.
they thought, and then if they were really interested, we'd let them play a single player game.
Sure.
Just to kind of mess with more of the game. We actually found there's a couple of kind of like advanced features we put in that.
Yep.
So for example, it's a hex cursor, right?
Right.
But you can make it bigger. Like you can take it and like make it like a 6 hex wide cursor and like select a bunch of dudes, and tell them all to go to one place or whatever. Anyway, we didn't include that in the tutorial because it's a very advanced sort of thing. But like a bunch of people were like, "Oh man, I wish there was some way to select multiple units." And we're like, "Well, guess what?" And then we like, you just press the bumpers, and also the cursor gets bigger, and it's like.
They're like, yes, we know what you want. Yeah.
So hopefully, I think we're gonna add maybe 1-2 minutes to the tutorial to add a couple of these advanced things in.
Yeah.
So people see that we thought of all these little issues.
So the feedback was good overall?
That was really good. Yeah.
Yeah,
great,
I
great.
mean, I saw people like, so Tactical Galactical was kind of in the middle at the back.
Yeah.
And I remember, obviously there's people who are fans of strategy games, real-time strategy games. And I remember seeing people just kind of beeline. They're like, oh, what's that? And they would just pass everything. They're like, let me check that out. So it was really cool to see, people, fans of all different kinds of genres.
I mean, it's definitely uncommon in like the indie space, right? So we'll see. I think in terms of the quality of like the strategy and whatnot, it's definitely up there. It's definitely like we've really like fleshed out a full game that's fun to play.
Yep.
And so we'll see how that works in the indie space.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Excellent.
All
Well, thank you for making a cameo appearance.
Bye, guys.
Now half of your head can get the hell off our screen. Scott is gone now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Melted into the floor. He's dead now.
Yeah, I think that covers pretty much the
Yeah,
majority
that
of
pretty
the
much
game.
Yeah,
covers
yeah.
our booth. Yeah. So
I mean, the show itself was fantastic. I mean, like
Yep.
the little time that I had walking around, I probably spent totally about 30 minutes walking the floor. I kept going into meetings. I had a lot of meetings with like
course.
developers and different people that were interested in working with Dangen, and catching up with like some old friends.
Yep.
So yeah, I spent a lot of time in meetings, in meeting rooms, and like outside, like by the falafel truck. So
Right.
I didn't actually spend that much time on the show floor, but
Yep.
what I saw was really great. There's
Yep.
a lot of cool games.
Yep.
And Justin, this was your first BitSummit, right?
First one working at.
Working
yes,
at BitSummit. That's
yes.
right. Okay.
So it was a very new experience for that. I mean, obviously I'd attended BitSummit before, but yeah, my first time obviously with Dangen and first time running the booth. So
How'd that feel?
it was good, man. I love it. I mean, I like, one of the things I really enjoyed about the event, this time, it being my first time, was first of all, interacting with the attendees and the game fans.
Yep.
And, seeing kind of where they went, and I would just kind of chat with them, like what kind of game. One of the things about our booth is we had so many games. So, we had 13. So
Yeah.
some people would walk up to the booth and they're like, where do I go? What do I play? There's too many,
Yeah.
and if there was just something open, maybe we'd direct them there. But, it was really fun to just kind of chat with some of them and be like, well, what kind of game do you like?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yep.
oh, if you like RPGs, okay, check out Crosscode or check out something like this. Action games, check this one out. So interacting with the attendees was super fun and cool. For me, meeting a lot of the other developers out there, obviously, both of you, you know a lot of the other teams, a lot more than I do. So for me, it was meeting a lot of new people for the first time. Also seeing a lot of people I do know, and catching up with them was super cool.
It does feel like a little mini reunion every time you do an event.
Yeah,
It does, yeah.
You run into so many people you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there were some guys that, I've been in touch with for a long time that I haven't, that, live overseas or something that I hadn't been able to catch up with for a really long time. It was really cool to catch up with them. But yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun. Like I was really stressed out going into the event, but yeah, in the end, it was just really fun to
worked out, yeah.
interact with every, none of our games got set on fire. That was good.
That's a high bar, Justin. High bar.
Yeah. So yeah, it was super fun. For me, Friday night was cool.
Yeah.
We had so after we set up everything on Friday night, and there was a little reception party.
Yep.
So I was invited to DJ on the stage, and that was a lot of fun.
You did, yeah. I want to say you did a great set, but I actually couldn't hear it
That's all right, man.
from where I was.
It's all right, dude.
So I just assumed it was a great set.
No, it was pretty. Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun doing it.
Did you play Shadow of the Ninja?
I didn't.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't hear that set then.
I thought about it, but it didn't work out with.
You were just like,
No, you know, I was looking for you and I didn't see you, and I'm like, all right,
Let's
no
take it out.
Shadow of the
It's
Ninja then. No, but it was a good set. It was a mix of like indie game music and popular game music, both. I think that Western fans really like and that Japanese fans really like. You know, I mean, obviously there's crossover there, but you know, like I played Star Soldier. It's a Hudson game. And, you know, that's big, you know, shoot 'em up fans here in Japan are going to gravitate to that right away.
Yeah.
Gradius, you know, some people are like, I know you played a Konami game song, but what was it? You know, and no one thought it would just be like Gradius 1 because it was a remix.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And then hit upon some of the indie space games. And then I actually went on my way to put in a little Sega, kind of an ode to Sega, which a lot of my friends commented on. They're like, I see what you did there. You did that Sega and then you put it into Hover. So yeah, man, it was my pleasure to be able to do that.
So that reminds me, this is a quick aside.
Yep.
We don't really have to go into this deep, but
Sure.
I've always had trouble not confusing Star Soldier and Alien Soldier.
I don't know how that happened.
Like just the titles.
The titles? Okay.
Just the titles.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
which one is which?
Well,
Alien Soldier's
Alien
the one with the
Soldier,
bird.
Treasure.
Yeah, right.
Star Soldier, Hudson.
Right.
Yeah, super old, and I mean, like, you know, 8-bit arcade or NES versus
Genesis, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Alien Soldier's the one with the bird alien that you play.
Yes.
Right? Okay, yeah.
I mean, the hard as nails, awesome Treasure.
Yeah.
Mega Drive game, and then Star Soldier. Well, again, see, that's a good point. Is like, you know, I've DJ'd video game music at non-game events and played Star Soldier, and almost everybody recognizes it because it is so ingrained into people's memories as an old arcade game. And so people are like, "Oh, that was Star Soldier." I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, I don't want to like offend them by being like, "How do you know that?" Because they're like, "Shit, I know." It's kind of like, you know, humming the Mario tune. It's not as common as the Mario tune. But yeah, you know, there were a lot of Japanese shoot 'em up and arcade games that, you know, are just so much more well known here in Japan than they were in the States.
Yeah.
So, you know, having lived here for a long time and being a part of video game music for a long time, yeah, obviously you get to know those. So you know the ones that will really resonate with different crowds.
Right.
So yeah, it was a good reaction. People were dancing.
That was great.
We got video of people dancing. It was great.
It was my first time ever seeing Justin in his natural habitat, you know, like DJing and everything. So I was walking back and forth doing some stream work, and I look over, I'm like, oh, it's Justin. So I started taking some video. So if you go on, I think I have it retweeted on
did you have it?
account.
Yep.
But you can actually see him, like, you know, like going out. You can like see like heads of people go like in the front and everything.
Justin on the Wheels of Steel.
The wheels of steel. Well, you know, you got to get people into it. You know, I mean, that's DJ 101. I mean, it depends on the event. If you're just playing BGM, it would be weird if you're like going balls to the wall.
Yeah.
But
you were doing a proper set. Proper DJ set. Yeah.
You know, it's like lounge, but you're like,
it's like music. You're like, oh my god, like
what
dancing in the elevator.
What the heck is wrong with this guy?
He's just super into that.
Calm
music.
down. But you know, this was like a 30-minute set. You know, so it's kind of like a performance style set, and it was towards the end of it, and people, you know, everybody was drinking and stuff. So yeah, the idea was to get people into it, and I was kind of getting into it, and then I think that was resonating with the other people, some of the people in the crowd. So
nice.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to be able to have done that.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, it was a great show.
Yeah.
It's my favorite show.
Yeah.
It's a shame I didn't get to hang out with people on Sunday. I had to drive back here with all the TVs and everything.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't get to.
Yeah, no. I mean, even closing up for my side as well was like really busy because I had to. For people who were wondering what I was doing from Friday till Sunday, I was running the main stage and the Let's Play stream at BitSummit. So, if you're watching it.
Yeah, tell us about. I don't think I've heard too much. Well, yeah. Tell everybody.
So I got my stream community. Nishino Hotoshitsu, or Kansai streamers, as we're known as. It's a community of just like content creators that like to live stream or just maybe do YouTube videos or whatever. And I got them involved with the main stage and the Let's Play stream. Twitch Japan handled the interview area, which was all on their own. But then I had my team handle both the main stage and the Let's Play thing. We had hosts kind of like rotate the entire time. We were bringing in guests. My job was to make sure that the stream was running smoothly, plus running out and making sure that developers knew their time to arrive on stage and everything, and make sure they're on the stream and stuff like that. Make sure equipment's running, but that was kind of like my thing from start to finish every day.
Yeah, so you were just kind of
running
around and then like film and running around, film type thing.
I hardly saw you at all.
Yeah. I think
I saw you like twice.
Yeah, you probably saw me twice running.
I'm like,
running
there's
by.
Chad. And there he goes. There's Chad. Oh,
Yeah, I'm like, there's so many people I wanted to talk to and say hi to,
Yeah.
but like, I just had to like focus on, okay, I'm looking for this developer at booth G21, and I had to like find G21. Where's the developer? Oh, he just left, and I have to like,
Oh god.
run wherever I could find him and or her, and it was chaos. But in the end, the stream went really well.
Yep. That's good.
We only had one hiccup with audio, but if you actually go back and watch the entire stream, it went really great, and I'm actually kind of really proud of what we all accomplished with it.
Sweet, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Really good. Good job.
But yeah, it was, I would say without a doubt, BitSummit's very stressful for us.
It's very stressful. A lot of 16-hour days, a lot of planning to do,
Yeah.
a lot of prep.
But the execution feels so good when it happens.
Oh, it does. It does.
Yeah, it does. And once we got there, once everything was in motion, then it's like, all right, let's go, have fun with it, enjoy, do good work, but have fun while we're there. So,
Yep.
yeah,
Exactly.
had a lot of that. Yep.
I think that pretty much wraps up the BitSummit section of the
Yeah, I
show
think we should go into our next section, which is what I'm really excited about.
Yeah, so what we're going to move on to is Google, once again, showing off their new platform. How do you say it?
Stadia.
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 Thank you. I can never say it right. Stadia, which is their gaming platform where they have a live stream sort of...
Yeah, it's basically
thing.
a game streaming platform.
Service,
Yeah.
Wherein you are, like, Google data centers are running the game, and then they're basically, essentially sending you sequential images of the game
Yeah.
at 60 frames per second. And then you are putting input to the controller, and then that information is being sent back to the data center in order to affect the game. So it's essentially like, instead of running on your computer, it's running on huge data centers. So they can do incredible like stuff like 4K, highest ultra settings. It doesn't matter because it's not your computer. It's just it runs in a browser on PC.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, yeah. So they did their big. They first announced it back at GDC, and so for E3, this is their game announcement. So the games that are actually going to be there,
Right.
Okay,
on the system.
yeah.
Have you seen this yet?
I have not seen this yet.
Okay,
So
so
this
I
came
watched
out-
it last night.
this
You
came
watched
out,
it?
like a little bit of
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
This came out like 1 o'clock in the morning our time. So we're gonna go ahead. This is about 25 minutes long. So we're gonna do commentary, what we think about, and stuff like that. So let's just go ahead and enjoy.
Anybody have a clock? By the way, I do not. This
Oh.
is not working.
Scott, time check. Time check.
Or I just get a phone. Just wait.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Raw.
Stadia. Connect. Stadia.
You keep calling.
Why do you keep doing that?
I can't help
Stadia.
it. Help.
Phil, thanks so much for
Turn it
joining
up
us
a little.
today.
Yeah, turn it up a little bit.
Stadia Connect. This series gives you a look at Stadia news, events, new
How's that?
titles, bonus
Good.
Perfect.
features, and more. We'll be posting these Stadia Connect videos from time to time to bring you the latest from Google straight to all of you, the players.
Now, doing like a recorded thing like this instead of doing a live press conference is like way cheaper, right?
Oh yeah, it's way
So
cheaper.
like it makes sense for them.
Yeah.
And you leave out all the error that could happen during a live event.
Yeah.
Like what they did with this.
Yeah.
By the best of Google. Today, we're going to tell you about the first wave of games available at launch.
Man, Phil Harrison. I remember when he was at Sony.
Including an
Oh.
He was big
That's
time
right.
PlayStation guy.
That's right. Yeah,
back
you're
in the day.
right.
one of the first Stadia players. Stadia has been years in the making across different Google teams.
Isn't it kind of weird that he's like looking off in a direction?
With the camera angles I got going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our goal is to make
Well, the all white background's kind of interesting too. They chose.
Very Google.
Yeah.
designed Stadia to bring together game
Do you think they chose the orange shoes for him?
I was gonna
wear?
say I like those shoes.
I think they did that
These are
for
dope.
the
Yeah.
global community.
the logo theme.
And Stadia makes it easy to play your favorite
They
game.
definitely like told him he should be wearing certain things.
Oh
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
he's got to look professional, but like still like hip with it, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
on your TV, desktop, laptop, tablet,
It definitely is impressive that you can play a AAA game title
starting with
seamlessly on any platform.
Pixel 3a that we announced.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing about it is it's basically what like On Live tried and what PlayStation Now is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what it essentially requires is like really good internet.
Yeah.
Instead of a console,
But that's the problem is that like
you'll use
Japan
Google's data
is
center
yet to be announced on when they're going to get it.
Yeah, I have no idea when it's coming to Japan.
Processing and graphics, so there's no console required to play your favorite games. That's what Stadia is all about. The game.
It's like literally
The game.
Well, no, like media, physical media is just completely gone now.
Yeah.
You know
Right,
what I
right.
mean?
You have, there's no ownership.
Like, I was
here.
mad
Right.
when like
You don't own it.
I started having to download games. I did it in Japan. I'm like, all right, because if I want the Western.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still buy physical ones of like my must-haves. But now it's just like, yeah, no. I mean, it's funny how they do that as a selling point. Like nothing. And I'm like, well, you know, I kind of want
like that.
something.
Yeah.
You know
Right,
what
right.
I mean?
Well, I think this is
card?
the thing is that like I look at this like at least for somebody like me, I look at this as like a really good supplementary to what I already buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can play like
True.
more
Just
games that I
kinda
might
pick up
not
and play.
usually knows.
Yep.
This is a great trailer, by the way.
Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to this game. This
Yeah,
game is
me
going to be
too.
awesome.
Migraine, the video game. You've got to get home, but man, that killer migraine.
It's so scary
Oh.
on how much better each year like cinematics are getting.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I was
know.
gonna say it's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, it's amazing. Damn.
This is how I felt after BitSummit.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
Ugh.
Damn, it's zombieing out. Shit.
He's a mind flayer.
It's a mind flayer. Damn.
Big TF says, man, just take 2 a leave and you'll be fine.
I didn't take a leave. Look at me now.
Let me gameplay. Nope. Okay. See, they don't even have.
When
to
was
show
the last
blank.
Baldur's Gate?
Baldur's Gate 2 was like 97
97.
or
97. Holy
97,
cow.
Gather your party.
and it's being done by Larian Studios, the guys who did Divinity Original Sin.
Perfect.
Give everybody a lot of freedom because we want them to come with their ideas. Thanks, man. Forget it. My name is Sven Vinke. I am the founder and director of Larian Studios. So Larian Studios was founded in '97.
Wait, so who did 1 and 2?
I've seen the
Was Black Isle, I think?
Okay.
Black Isle?
state of the art forward.
So do you think this will be also a multiplayer, story-driven game?
I hope so. I really hope so. I hope it has multiplayer because that's what Larian is really good at.
Yeah.
Like Divinity Original Sin 2, like I played 3-player, it was awesome.
Big epic RPGs in which
So-
the world reacts to what
Diablo
you're doing.
2 came out in 98, right?
Yes.
So that was a year after Baldur's Gate 2.
I could be wrong. It could be one of those years. I think it's 97.
But regardless, they're both like great competitors in that kind of area of like story-driven, like click action RPG.
I mean, 98 is probably one of the best years for video games
Oh,
ever.
absolutely, yeah. 98 had like just non-stop good games.
To make Baldur's Gate 3, and that got the conversation rolling.
Zelda came out that time too, Ocarina of Time, right?
Yep.
98.
And StarCraft.
And StarCraft.
Geek dream come true.
A lot of great
Baldur's
games.
Gate 3 is the biggest game that we've ever done. We had to triple the size of the studio to be able to do it.
That's insane. They tripled the size of their studio.
Wow.
Very, very, very high. But the game deserves it. I mean, it's people have been waiting on it for a very long time, so it deserves to be top-notch in everything.
Is this a Stadia exclusive?
They haven't said so, so I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
I don't think so. It'll probably be on PC as well.
Yeah.
Everybody is going to be
I guess
able
they're
to
just
play
showing
it
like,
at highest quality.
hey, check it out. We also got this title on here.
It's, democratic in that sense, if you want. It doesn't differentiate.
I,
the platform you're playing it on.
unless it's, I have a hard time believing that anything is going to be a Stadia exclusive.
Right.
Stadia. And whether you're playing an RPG like Baldur's Gate 3 or any of the other titles and genres we'll share today, we know that players demand the most responsive
Hey, Phil, I'm over here.
from their games.
Phil.
And we have architected Stadia to give
He's
you
still
the
not looking at
He's
us.
got.
He's
probably
looking
got
above
a-
Yeah, looking above
He's got
us.
a script. He's reading a script
Yes.
thing.
Well, now he's
Oh,
looking at the
teleprompter?
camera.
Yeah, teleprompter.
That's what I figured, but then he was looking at the camera just now.
you're on right now. Let's quickly dig into the numbers. Our highest quality gaming experience is remarkable, with 4K HDR video at 60 frames per second and 5.1 surround
So
sound.
impressive.
That's incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
Able to deliver this experience to users with a connection speed of around 35 megabits per second. And with Google
I don't think there is a single person in Japan that does not have 35 minutes.
Right, yeah.
Pretty sure that's like the base level for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So let's say you
I think my cell phone has like 60 on its
Yeah.
own.
you can still get
Even at 10 megabits per second, you still get 720p. That is like really
Really good.
impressive.
Yeah.
Crazy, yeah.
We're really proud of the experience we're able to deliver, and it's all thanks to more than 20 years of work at Google, building and optimizing our networks and data centers to support services
Also, we
with
watching
millions of users like
Hello.
Hey, Zelda.
yes,
Yeah,
we
we're
are.
watching the Stadia presentation.
Yep.
And of course, Google search. The latency and speed demands of online gaming aren't far
I guess that's like the main thing that everyone is pinpointing, right? Is
Hello.
delay. Like, what is the delay going to be with command input?
No, that was my first
Latency
question.
is the biggest problem we're
Yeah,
gonna have to solve.
if there's lag,
Then it's
I'm gonna be
flunk.
salty.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
This is the thing, is that like I still don't think that Stadia will be a particularly great platform for fighting games, because fighting games you need like frame per frame like input.
Right.
I completely agree. I can't even imagine it.
The live instance from the data center to your screen.
Like, if it's like a slower RPG kind of game, I would say there's nothing to worry about. But if you're doing something like a fighting game or a shooting game, that's going to be
No,
like,
I mean, to me,
like
that's
this.
And they're showing
Not
Mortal Kombat, so I don't know. I'm sure it's something they're worried about.
We've gotten a lot of interest about this.
yeah. Even with like a strategy menu-driven game, like lag drives me absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
About the possibilities of an ever-evolving play
Because even back in the day, I played a little bit of OnLive. I didn't get much input lag. It was pretty good.
So let's share some more
What you will
details
need.
about the platform and what you'll need to get started at launch.
Nothing.
The best experience.
Nothing. There isn't anything.
You.
You're already there.
Yeah.
You already have a Stadia subscription. We already gave it to you.
Lift up a controller.
Like what?
No, the glass breaks and just drones come in with controllers.
controller or with a mouse and keyboard. The only other thing you need is a screen to play on.
And money. Lots of money.
Rather play on your laptop, desktop, or tablet, open a Chrome browser window. Our vision is for Stadia to run on any screen that runs Chrome, or you can use the Stadia app on your Pixel 3. We'll be expanding to more screens down the line too, including more smartphones.
Oh, okay, so like for now, the
Connects directly to your game running
the mobile stuff will be for only the Pixel 3.
Okay.
So you'll have to actually
best streaming experience.
wait if you want to use it on other Android phones or something.
Controller, which you can find at stadia.com.
Zeldon 7X says
Yeah.
GGPO is a great solution to input lag in fighting games, but only a handful use that, like Skullgirls. Yeah, actually,
And Pocket Rumble.
and Pocket Rumble, Pocket Rumble uses GGPO. Yeah, we are well aware of how awesome GGPO is.
I'm a wolf.
Oh,
This is the trailer we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Trying to follow. Alas, the beast can't be tamed that easily.
Yeah, I was not at all interested in Wildlands, but I'm super excited for this.
Yeah, this looks amazing.
These wild
By the way, update's available.
Ah, Macron Reflect, thank you.
a free world where I can roam.
Holy cow.
With no end. But I came here on the hunt, hidden among sheep, focused on their superficial dreams, moving up the food chain step by step before I dominate them all. One target always clearly in my sights.
So cool looking.
Yeah,
Secure the future,
visually, it's just they've done a really great job with this.
but we're too fearful to deploy.
Autonomous tanks.
Gosh.
Tooth and claw, I took this island, and by tooth and claw, I will rule it.
Oh, it's
John Bernthal, yeah.
Astonishing.
The wolf knows when a predator nears. Can a ghost take on the lone wolf? Maybe. Tracking, analyzing, stalking, patiently, tirelessly. But there is no place for the weak and the wounded here.
Oh man, this looks awesome.
Yeah, it does.
We are wolves.
That's pretty cool. How
That
they
is
do
cool.
that.
Yeah.
See what they're seeing.
Standing by. In position.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, Breakpoint looks really cool.
Looks really cool. Dustin's like, whatever.
I want to see more gameplay, man. I mean, that's
What's
the
this?
great cinematics, but
I dig that it also showing like a variety of stuff.
Yeah.
And not just
Yeah.
like shooter, shooter, shooter,
Yeah.
shooter, shooter.
Right.
yes. Well, as one.
Well, this is a horror game.
Okay,
Looks
see
like it.
that?
There we go.
This is what I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting art style, too.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, dang, that looks gnarly.
This trailer really took a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Ooh. Damn.
It's like a really adorable Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, their heads are upside down.
Guilt?
Mm. See,
Oh, Tequila
that
works.
has me excited.
Okay.
Tequila works. Right on.
I love games like that.
Oh!
There's our buddies. Buddies of Cook's.
Yep. What is this? Oh, you're like moving or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, my girlfriend would love this game. Taking a car out.
Oh.
Get packed. What is this chaos? Forklifts flying
God.
around. Nice. Oh, nice.
Oof.
Jeez.
Throwing boxes into that like grinder.
Was that a cat? Chaos.
Wow.
Yeah, it's complete chaos.
Next year, huh? Oh.
Oh, Division 2. I mean, this game's already out.
Yeah.
Right.
But it looks really good on stage. This looks
Looks
amazing on stage.
amazing.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow.
When I go home and play Division 2, it does not look like that.
You play on the PS4?
I'm playing on PC. Like, I'm playing at high settings, but it does not look like that.
No, I see.
As an agent of the Strategic Homeland Division has been called to Washington, D.C. to help take the city back and save the country.
You to protect America with goods.
Yeah, how else do you protect America?
Right.
Action-packed shooting game. We learned a lot from the first game.
Use your guns.
Improved on that, and what
We
we're
need
doing
to
today, I think, is
Use freedom
the best
with freedom goods.
Fire freedom at him.
One of the real benefits of choosing Washington, D.C. for the second game is that we have all of these amazing, iconic buildings. The White House, the Capitol.
Yeah, it's the most Tom Clancy thing in the world, but your main base in Division 2 is the White House.
The basis of Washington Monument.
And you totally have to rescue the president
Oh, of course.
Stadium means that you can play
from Air Force One.
Right.
The collaboration with Google has been
Is this before or after you take out the fake president?
very open, a very open company.
Before.
Okay.
Yeah.
They know games, and they know infrastructure. So together we can bring a powerful, visually appealing experience.
This looks really good.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Together we can make the best of it.
That's the thing is that if they're just like, yo, it's gonna be 4K and like ultra settings and run at 6 frames per second on a tablet, I mean, yeah, that's pretty appealing.
Yeah.
Bringing the Division 2 to Stadia.
I think the main objective too with Stadia is so thank you. Is that it's mainly like, okay, there's a lot of people out there who would like to get into gaming, but they don't know what console they want to get.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like,
yeah.
They don't know how to set things up. It seems like overwhelming. So with this kind of platform, it's just like you get it and go. There's just no.
When you're talking about PC gaming, though, right?
Yeah.
Because like, how overwhelming is it to
Console
turn on a Switch?
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. I think this is just like they're trying to make it as basic as physically possible.
Yeah, but if they can do that, I mean, I think playing the game itself is
Right.
going to be hard, though. I mean,
Right, yeah.
you have to be pretty experienced to play these kinds of games.
Yeah, there's not gonna be a lot of people who are like, I've never played a game in my life. I'm gonna go buy Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Yeah.
Like
Right,
they're
yeah,
not
yeah,
going
yeah.
to.
Nah.
Right.
It delivers the best of Stadia for just $9.99 per month.
Okay, so this is
Wow.
their monthly thing, right?
So yeah, so like,
Huh.
For being a Stadia
So that's like base games.
highest streaming
so there's like they're gonna have like they said an ever-growing library. So there's gonna be games that are part of Pro that for $9.99 you get access to, like Netflix, and then you can also buy newer games a la carte.
Okay.
world of players out there who want bigger, better, more accessible gaming experiences. After announcing Stadia, we've heard from so many gamers who share our excitement. For those fans, we've created a custom, limited edition set of exclusive features and
I
content.
dig that he's wearing the Silicon Valley uniform.
Yeah.
The Founders Edition includes everything you need.
How much do you think those glasses cost?
And you'll have the first access
go for 200.
Yeah, probably.
launch
Yeah.
later this year. We want to make sure your games look great on the biggest screen in your home. So the Founders Edition comes with a Chromecast Ultra for streaming it up to 4K HDR at 60 frames per second directly to your TV. You'll also receive a limited edition Night Blue Stadia controller, as well as 3 months of Stadia Pro. And we know gaming is more fun with a friend. The Founders Edition comes with a 3-month buddy pass.
Oh, that's
you
cool.
can gift Stadia
That's cool.
Pro
So like,
Yeah.
but it's only 3 months, so your buddy's got to go pay for it afterwards.
Right, exactly.
for $69. It comes in clearly white, just black, and wasabi.
Stadia Project Scorpio edition.
Here's the best part about the Founders Edition. You'll be among the first players to secure your exclusive Stadia name. So you'll get the Stadia name you want and the bragging rights that go along with it. So
Bragging
you'll
rights
get
that I got a
Chromecast
name?
Ultra,
Like,
the
That's
limited edition.
like why would you even talk about that? Like, you get to reserve your name. Like, I'll just pick another name. Like,
yeah.
And you'll be among the first players to select a Stadia name. It's all in the Stadia Founders Edition.
that's not a selling point.
18 countries.
No Japan.
No Japan in there.
Yeah.
You know, I bet you the reason why Japan's not in there, there's probably a couple reasons. One, localization stuff.
Right.
And two, they probably want to avoid the easiest countries for infrastructure, right?
Yeah.
They probably want to test it on the countries that are going to be the hardest to do, based on like distance and like their internet infrastructure.
That makes sense.
Super powerful hero set loose in a really beautiful world.
I mean, like, so for that dongle thing, you don't need that, but that's just for TVs, right?
It's if you don't have like, for instance, like you and I are not going to need that, but like for somebody who just like watches TV and doesn't have like a PC attached to it,
Yeah.
that's for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Multi-class. I know who was there with me, and that just makes it feel so much more rich.
Bungie's always been at the forefront of exploring new ways to bring our games to our players.
We are now our own publisher. Did you know this? And with Stadia,
Oh, they actually brought that up
Yeah.
since they left
Yeah.
Activision.
our push now
Is it Blizzard Activision or just Activision?
Activision Blizzard.
Activision Blizzard, okay.
That's the parent company, but
Yeah.
technically the publisher for Destiny was just Activision.
Access to all of it. All of our planets, all of our cooperative strikes, all of our competitive modes, Gambit, raids. It's all there for players to jump in and have fun with.
I mean, if they're gonna make a full game just subscription based, that's, in my opinion, that's a pretty sweet deal.
Well, this is the thing. So this is how they position Destiny 2 for Stadia, which is really interesting. Is right now, if I want to play Destiny 2 and I play it at launch, I still have to go buy the annual pass. I have to go buy the expansion. There's a bunch of different little things I have to buy. But you can on Stadia, you can just be like, I want Stadia Pro subscription, and you have access to everything.
Yeah. All DLC.
All the DLC, everything. You just pay the monthly fee.
That's a pretty good. I would say that's a well saved money then.
And I don't know if they said it yet. I'll probably say it in a second, but you can also transfer your character from other platforms.
Okay.
So if you like used to play on PS4 and you want to play on Stadia, it's pretty. I mean, that's a smart idea.
Yeah.
Always brings us back to the past.
Justin, are you an FPS kind of guy?
Here and there. Here and there.
Can you feel them? I can still hear their voices.
Is she on the moon?
Yes.
Looked like it.
But she had feathers.
Yeah.
Like moonbirds?
Well, I'm sure she was like on Earth and then plucked some feathers and then went to the moon.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Seeking vengeance. Our old fears may rise again.
I just don't really think the moon is a particularly super interesting location, so I hope they do something with it.
Yeah.
Oh, is it the Taken again? And the Hive?
That's what lives there, right?
Yeah. Oh, there's some other dudes. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see what they do.
Oh no way! It's Mordor.
One way or another.
It's on all these screens.
Look at all these screens.
A big thank you to our friends at Bungie for partnering with us to bring the full Destiny 2 experience to Stadia. The base game, all previous add-ons, the newest expansion.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They're all included in your Stadia Pro subscription. And as an added bonus, you'll be able to transfer your Destiny Guardian to Stadia.
Transfer of PlayStation 4 to Stadia are pending approval from Sony.
The Stadia comes with limited
Sony's just a
light blue controller.
Yeah.
3 months of Stadia. The full Destiny 2 experience.
Big TF says, I'm hoping they allow progress emerging of all prior accounts. Yeah, that's what it looks like they're doing, actually. Pending prior approval from Sony.
Right, yeah.
And you'll get it all in the Founders Edition for just $129.
129. I don't know how I.
That's bonkers low.
Yeah.
For 3 months of Pro,
Is that $30?
the controller, the Chromecast Ultra. It is. Imagine this. It is basically you are buying the console, except it's a service instead of just a piece of machinery.
Yeah, I guess so.
For $129, dude, there's not a single current gen console that is $129.
No, you're right.
And any games you purchase, they're yours to play whenever you want. So whether you're ready to go all in with the Founders Edition bundle, or if you prefer
I guess in a way it's a lot like EA's. What do you call it? What's their platform called? EA's
Origin Access.
Yeah, Origin Access, where it's like you get access to like a lot of games, but you have to download them, obviously.
Yeah,
have a decently running computer to play them.
Yeah.
But I guess this is kind of like that. But
yeah, and I mean, like as you said just a second ago, like if you have like Stadia Pro and you buy something a la carte, you own that forever as long as the Stadia service is around.
Right.
So like even if you just downgrade to Stadia base,
yeah,
you keep your games too.
Right.
Thanks for watching. I can't wait for you to experience Stadia for yourself. And with that, we're excited to show you one last collection of games.
Listen up already.
So they're ending sizzle reel, I see.
Oh, okay. Oh, we don't need to watch that.
No?
You want to watch it?
Yeah, we'll just watch it. We'll finish it.
Okay. Power Rangers.
Okay.
No,
cool.
I just saw Samurai Showdown. FF15. Zeldon says, but I don't like the design of the controller. You don't have to use it. Just use your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are weird.
Doom Eternal. So excited for that.
There you go.
Yeah, all right.
So what do you think, Justin? Your thoughts?
Interesting. Like, yeah, I want to know. I have questions still. Like, lag is a big one for me.
You're right.
I mean, obviously, it seems very interesting. I like the price point, very low. Just pick it up and play. Games look cool. But yeah, I really want to sit down and play it and see it first before I'm completely on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not responsive, if there's lag, things like that, it's going to turn me off right away.
I think I can see myself trying out the service and then like maybe buying games if it's like, okay, I really want to play this game because it's going to look gorgeous at Ultra and I kind of don't want to put the money into building a new rig just for this game. I might just buy it in Stadia and play through it.
Yeah.
As long as I can get that 4K.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But the thing is that like I kind of see it as a supplementary to what I already do. Like I like buying boxes. Like the thing, there is no box is not actually appealing to me, as you said before.
Yeah.
That's not really an appealing thing. Like I like boxes. I'd like to have physical media, putting a disc in. So I'll keep doing that. And then I might I don't know if I'll get Pro. It depends. $10 a month is like almost nothing. Like that's totally great.
Yeah, that's
like Netflix pricing.
Right,
cheaper than Netflix is here in
Yeah,
Japan.
it is actually cheaper than Netflix.
Right. It's ridiculous.
So if it actually is like 1,000 yen a month, then I'll put it in.
Supplementary
Especially,
thing.
I'm curious to see what the library looks like at launch. And if the library for Pro is like not there yet, I'll probably just wait and then get a Pro when they add a bunch of games that I really care about.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It feels much more accessible in the fact that it's good price point and you don't need much to get it. Like for me, whenever I get a new system, it's like a big decision. I'm welcome to the family, little guy. You know, and
it's
here's everything.
Console, controller, accessories, wires.
You know, it feels like a big commitment. And I feel like this one, it's like, okay, you can just get it, try it out. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. And then you can make your decision.
I mean, to be honest, like I would think for the three of us, we wouldn't have to buy anything except for the game on Stadia because we just open up a Chrome browser, use the controllers we already own, and all we do is just log in there and be like, oh yeah, I'll just play this. You know, hopefully they'll have demos. Like they have demos.
That'd be awesome.
Where that'd be amazing because you literally have to buy nothing.
Yeah.
You just go into Chrome browser, open up Stadia, and download a demo or download a demo. You just start a demo and you get to see it. Like you'll get a chance to actually play it and actually you know. I hope they do that. They should have something.
To me, that
for
point
people to play.
sounds very appealing. Yeah. Chad, what do you think?
You know, I think I'm the same with you, Justin. Like, it looks great, but like, it just comes down to the point where is there lag?
Yeah.
Because if there's lag, I think everyone will be turned off by it. Because it's like you can't enjoy the game if you're putting input like going forward and you're waiting like a split second to actually move forward and everything. That's gonna pretty much ruin the entire experience for me.
Internet connections too. I mean, those go down.
I mean, I won't be salty if like I'm at like, let's say for example I'm at 4K. And all of a sudden it drops into 720p for like a moment or whatever. I'm not going to be too salty about that.
I actually hope it does that instead of buffering.
Lag.
Yeah. Like I would rather it just like bump down the quality and just keep going.
Yeah, I totally agree. That I'm okay with. I'm not too butthurt about that.
Yeah.
But 4K 60 frames per second, like on a nice 4K screen with not worrying about your PC overheating, pretty nice.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
If they could do that, if they could actually do that. And I mean, like, honestly, like, we're all worried. It's like, I don't know if that's even like scientifically possible, but at the same time, it's like if anybody can, I would think Google can.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, with our inputs in there, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream. So, any last comments you guys want to add before we end it here?
Well, we talked about BitSummit. Yeah, we looked at the Stadia. Starting next week, we're kind of just back to regular schedule. We got a lot of stuff to work on, but we're going to be streaming regularly.
Yep. Back on
Monday.
Monday.
To Monday and Friday.
Looking forward to that.
Yes. Be lots of stuff to play. Hopefully we get some new stuff to show off once again.
Yep.
And preparing for Game Show.
We have all the new trailers up.
Yes, we do.
Yep. So if you guys haven't checked those out, go to our YouTube. Check those out.
They're all there.
For sure.
Yep. Yep, just look up Dangen Entertainment on YouTube and you'll find all our trailers.
Yep. Check out our Discord.
Of course.
Yep.
And of course, follow us on Twitter at Dangen_ENT.
Yep.
Follow me on Twitter at TheTrin, THETRIN.
Follow me at Xanadu Jin.
And follow me at Shadow Sensei.
If you would like to. All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yep.
All right.
We'll see you next time.
See you.
Bye.
We're still here.